As a council, we have been working towards a dream of mine. I would like Quay County to be recognized as the kindest county in the nation. We started working on this last year, and we are ready to implement a new challenge to our community. Joining me at the table today is Joyce Runyon to help explain some of the concepts behind our new challenge, and I am Brenda Bishop. Our crew today is Bobby Hockaday, and assisting him is Joyce. We had some fun this past year. We've definitely, I think, observed a change in social media about things being posted. And I think people are just a little bit friendlier as you go out shopping.
Yes.
In town. We even did a survey at the beginning of our KIND campaign to sort of rank how people felt the county was. And interestingly, they ranked us pretty high on the factors that were needed for a kind community, but their perception was that we were a very unkind community.
Mm-hmm.
So we sort of set out to change perception, and we all know that takes a while.
Yes.
So we have done quite a few things this past year to change perception. We've talked to kids about being kind. We even had a kind dance that we taught.
We did.
So we had a great time at Dr. Seuss Day.
Mm-hmm.
We rewarded acts of kindness with these really cute stickers that the committee came up with, saying you are one of a kind. And we recruited about 30 kindness ambassadors. They're sort of secret shopper type people who, when they see someone doing an act of kindness to somebody else or to themselves, they give them a sticker and thank them. And we've been giving talks to adults about how kindness spreads and creating some really cute videos with some acts of kindness that have been reported back to us. And we have created probably almost 200
Wow.
social media posts, and also had those translated into Spanish that sort of inspire kindness.
Mm-hmm. Little tips and clues and hints and how can I do this? So
Oh, yes.
we've been busy.
Yes, we've done a lot of stuff. So this year we have made contacts with school honor societies, and we are working with them to start spreading kindness in the schools. We've been providing them with stickers. I'm the teachers with stickers.
And our bracelets.
Oh, yes, I forgot about the bracelets. We have bracelets about being kind. And we have 2 new things that we would like the community help us with being more kind.
Yes.
So the first we came up with, was a suggestion last year, and we just didn't get it implemented, but it's called Quay Kind Days.
Yes.
And so at the last Monday of every quarter is a Quay Kind Day, and we're asking businesses, individuals, organizations to encourage their members, their employees, themselves,
Students, yes.
students, the schools, everybody, to wear a certain color shirt on that day to support people being kind, that we want to show that we want people to be kind.
Yes.
And so the first few days have gone, and they've been pretty successful. People are really getting into that because it's something everybody can do.
And it's any color. It's not matching shirts. It's just any color that is the color that quarter.
Right. So the next one, we invite you to join us on March 30th to wear the shade of green. Any shade of green. Sort of think of spring and green.
That's a good color.
And wear green on March 30th, and that will be our next Quay Kind Day. So this month, we are actually launching our Positive Comment Challenge, and we have come up with several ways everybody can participate. But since Joyce brought the idea to us, I thought she could share a little bit about how this came about.
So I follow some people on Instagram, and they were talking about children that were making positive comments on social media posts. And these were even elementary students, and their This is an international thing. So it wasn't something that was going on in America. But I thought, wow, that's really quite bold for teachers to be telling their children that, you have power with your words to help influence people around you and help them to see things maybe a little bit differently, a little bit positively, and spin the way the conversation's going. I think sometimes when we get negative posts, especially on social media, that they kind of just tend to be like a black hole and everybody starts, oh yeah, and it just kind of descends and gets worse. And so that's kind of what I was basing it on, that we would be able to make an impact on some places that needed a little bit more positivity. And when we brought that to the committee, they said, well, that's not a bad idea, but
algorithms increase the amount of time that those posts stay in the top of the news feed. So we are actually promoting a negative thought, because that's the first thing people see, and they don't always go through all the comments.
Yes.
So we tweaked our plan a little.
Yes.
And we would like people, if they see a positive comment on Facebook, to make a positive thing in the comments, so that positive thing will keep coming to the top of the news feed. So that's one way. Or Instagram.
Yeah.
That you could do that. Or other social medias. I'm not sure how algorithms work in the other social medias.
And I'm not there, so.
So you could try that as well. But if there is a negative thing, say you're in a group of some kind and there's a negative post, then you make a positive post with your positive spin on whatever that situation was as a separate post, so that people can comment on that and keep it at the top of the thing.
And that was a great idea because, well, for one, I'm not really big on all the social media stuff. And so I know things stay and there get to be a lot of comments and you don't always see that. So it doesn't really change the perspective per se. So making a whole brand new post in response to that and bringing some positive light to it, I think is just an excellent idea. So I was really thankful that that committee member was able to say, I think we can improve that. And so, and I think that's just another good thing about our health council, is that we're really open to our members participating and being a part of all of the projects that we're doing.
So that was our initial idea. But then I was driving to town and I saw somebody's beautiful yard and I thought, I should comment on that. But it's an older person and they may not be on social media. So what could we do? And then I got to thinking about all the time that we spend a lot of time thinking about social media and positivity and negativity. But there are a lot of people who aren't there.
Yes.
So as we brought that back and started mulling that over, we came up with some ways that everybody could participate, even if you're not on social media.
Yes.
And we're really excited about these. So we are going to challenge everybody in the community to make, first of all, a positive comment to yourself.
Oh my goodness.
Every day.
Every day.
And to me, this is going to be the hardest one. So I'm starting with the hardest one.
I think you're right.
Because we are always so harsh on ourselves.
Yes.
But changing our own self-talk can really improve our day.
Yes. And the day of the people that we meet throughout that day. If you're in a better mind frame, you're going to be a little bit kinder to everybody else you meet too.
So when you get started, it may be something simple as, oh, you look really good in this dress or top or shirt or whatever today.
Or you got up and here you are in front of the mirror.
Yes, congratulate yourself for getting out of bed and getting your shower or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So it could be something simple. But then as you get used to making a positive comment to yourself every day, you might go a little deeper into, oh, I'm so proud of you for accomplishing something yesterday or whatever. Or even if you make it at the end of the day, You did a great job today getting this done or something.
Yeah. Well, I think you can do both. I mean, you can at least do one, but if you start your day with a positive comment, it kind of directs your mind as to what you're looking for in that day. So even if you say, well, it's a nice day outside and I'm going to go for a walk, and you go for the walk, and it's just finding something positive and complimenting yourself on those things too. And that's hard. That's going to be hard. I'll just admit it to you. It's going to be a challenge, but I think everybody's up to that. I think you can do it. One of my favorite K-pop groups has a guy named Jin on it, and he's known as Worldwide Handsome. And he'll even say, I get up in the morning and I just say, wow, you're so handsome today. And he says, it's not that I think I'm prettier or more handsome than anybody else. It's just I'm happy with who I am. And so I can say,
perfect.
I'm handsome today. I look good today. My hair is good today. And it's just finding ways that you can love yourself. And when you love yourself, it makes it easier to love others.
Yes. So that brings us to making a positive comment to somebody in your family every day.
Yes.
Even if it's a pet. You did a good job today, not jumping on somebody but that reminded me when I thought of that, of when we were doing the relationship tips. And so often we forget to tell our spouses what we appreciate them for.
Yes.
And so it could be something that you really appreciated your child doing. It could be your child got a good grade. I'm really proud of you today.
Well, and sometimes it's just you tried hard. And, you don't always get the good grade, but as long as you're trying, you got to say, you did a good job trying. And that'll get better as you go along, too.
Right. Or even if you have a toddler. You were really good today, or you did this really good, or that was a great fun thing that we did together. Anything positive. Because so often we're saying no, 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 no.
Yes.
And so we're trying to build that, but also thinking about your older children who may be away from home and might need just a positive thing that says, hope you're having a great day.
Yeah.
Or smile today, you're wonderful, or something, It doesn't have to be something they did, just a positive statement to people.
So, and some people may not have like family members nearby, but they have friends that are like family to them. So, share something kind to them about, I really appreciate you being my friend, and my life wouldn't be the same if you weren't here and we didn't go have coffee or breakfast or go for a walk or whatever it is. So it doesn't have to be just blood family, but there's a lot of people in our lives who are like family. So include them on your list.
Yes. Well, and that sort of brings us to our next challenge, which is to make a positive comment weekly. So maybe not every day, but weekly, to a neighbor, a friend, a coworker, somebody in your life that maybe not be a family, that just is crossing your path. And you'd be amazed at how that changes their day.
Yes.
That reminds me of when I used to do some self-esteem building things with teens, and I would have them write warm fuzzies to everybody in the group, and it was really hard. But as they got used to writing warm fuzzies, it would just make them, each kid, feel so good to have these positive notes. So then I started doing it with seniors. It was even harder for them, but the smiles on their faces were amazing when they started reading their anonymous warm fuzzies.
Well, and we don't often hear good things in general, but especially about yourself. So
Right.
people are quick to criticize and share that with you, but not to praise.
True. So then we'd also like you to make a positive comment about a business or something about our community weekly. Because there are some great things that go on in this community and no one ever recognizes them.
Or the work or the...
Or the volunteers that put them on. So if you notice an organization that you want to give a shout out to our business,
Teachers.
all those things. We would encourage that weekly and to get in that habit, because if you get in that habit, it's sort of like when we've done some stuff in the past on gratitude, our whole mindset changes as we get into that habit.
You could even write a letter to the editor about something good going on in the community and saying, you know, I really appreciate all these people, or any of our local representatives. They do a hard job trying to keep track of everything for us and be in budgetary guidelines and do all of the work that they do. So even telling them, hey, thank you for what you're doing, that would mean a lot to them, I'm sure.
So sometimes, you know, when we started, we were thinking social media. So definitely you can make social media posts with these things. You could praise your child on social media. You could praise your neighbor on social media. But the gesture would be even better if you did it in person.
Yes.
Or with a thank you note.
Yes. So originally, I think we were thinking more of a digital format, but now we want to expand that and make it be verbal as well, even written if you'd like, so that you can make positive comments to the people around you that are important.
And of course, we'll be helping you along with many suggestions as we ourselves try to make positive comments to people in the community. And we make posts with ways you can make positive comments and to remind you of the challenge throughout the year. We do have some hashtags we came up with for our social media.
So we have love where you live, positivity, becoming the kindest county, Quite Kind, which is one that we've already been using, the no problema, and there we have our llama, and you are one of a kind, and spread kindness. So we'd like to see these on your posts that you're trying to promote positive comments here in Quake County with us.
Yes. So I'm just so excited about this next step. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It will be work for even us to make sure we create all those or make all those comments throughout the days, especially to ourselves.
Yes.
And maybe we get a journal and keep a list of those.
That's a really good idea.
So that we can reflect back and see how we've grown in our positive comments. That's a possibility. So I'm just excited about this. So as we end today, I came up with some food for thought. And I think we'll go with praise is a powerful people builder. Catch individuals doing something right.
That is just so huge. I think, especially as a parent, you're always watching for the things they shouldn't be doing and trying to keep them out of trouble and out of danger. But when they are doing the things that they should be, it's just as important to say something then. And that's like for everybody in your family, for your spouse, for your kids, for your siblings. Sometimes siblings make you crazy. But there's always something positive that we can say and be thankful for about them.
Yes. And I just think about, how if you start even a tense situation with even a simple comment with, oh, your hair looks nice, or, you do this well. But here's where we need to work if you're a supervisor. Then that really sets the tone for a little more better reception.
Yeah.
And so that's where I was thinking this could even fit, but always thinking, especially if you are a manager or supervisor, how can you praise people throughout your employees when they do something well, so that they will continue to do that well and continue to build. So we are really excited, and we want you to make sure that you follow our social media for all these great ideas you can still do positive comments even if you don't live in Quake County.
That's right.
So please start trying to change your part of your little piece of the world. And be sure to come back next time as we share information on another health topic.
Our hosts for this episode were Brenda Bishop, Quay County Health Council Coordinator. Joyce Runyon, Quay County Health Council Assistant Coordinator. Special thanks to our location manager, Gordon Runyon, for keeping us cool. Health IQ podcast crew. Our director was Robert F. Hockaday. Our producers are Robert F. Hockaday and Joyce Runyon. Our camera operator, Robert F. Hockaday. Our second camera assistant, Joyce Runyon. This episode was edited by Robert F. Hockaday. Credit music was provided by David Morris. Funding for Health IQ provided by a New Mexico Better Together grant. Brought to you by the Quay County Health Council. Follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram at Quay County Health. If you have any content ideas, reach out to us by email, healthikpodcast@gmail.com. More info about this topic and more available on our Health IQ blog, QCHEALTHCO.UNCIL.org.
This podcast was created solely for educational and entertainment purposes. It is not intended as a substitute for advice from a healthcare or mental health professional.